My friends, tonight I bring you something that will sound unbelievable to many, yet it is the most natural truth in the universe. What I am about to share with you is not a trick, not a superstition, and certainly not a gamble. It is the operation of the one true law, the law by which everything in your life is shaped. It is the very same law that governs the rising and setting of the sun, the growth of a seed, and the fulfillment of every dream that has ever been realized. It is the law Neville Goddard devoted his life to teaching, and yet there are whispers of a certain method he hinted at but never fully laid bare, a formula so direct, so precise, that even the most skeptical among you will find yourselves in awe when you apply it and see results. We live in a world that thinks money comes from hard work, from chance, from luck, from the favor of men and institutions. But I tell you, wealth, like everything else, is the outpicturing of your inner state. The numbers drawn in the lottery, the sudden opportunities that bring you riches, the people you meet who hand you fortunes, these are not accidents. They are shadows cast by the light of your imagination. The world is your mirror, and it reflects without error the assumptions you persist in. Neville once said that imagining creates reality, and I assure you, this is not poetry. It is literal. Every event in your life, whether you label it big or small, began as an imaginal act. Somewhere, whether consciously or unconsciously, you entertained a scene, a feeling, an assumption, and it clothed itself in fact. And the lottery, my friends, is no exception. The difference between those who win and those who forever chase is not luck, it is alignment. The so-called winners have, knowingly or not, stepped into the version of themselves who already hold the winning ticket. The losers keep imagining themselves as people who are trying to win. The formula I will give you tonight removes the trying. It places you directly in the state of already being the one who has won. Do not be deceived by appearances. You might say, but the numbers are random. No, my friend, nothing is random in the realm of consciousness. The numbers drawn are merely the bridge through which your inner state expresses itself. If you occupy the state of the winner, life itself will arrange the figures, the slips, the people, and the events to confirm it. You will think you chose the numbers, but it is your deeper self that moves you to the exact choice that matches your fulfilled state. The secret Neville hinted at, and the one I now bring plainly before you, is not about visualizing the numbers themselves, nor obsessing over the details of the draw. It is about assuming the end in such vivid, sensory, rich conviction that your mind accepts it as a memory rather than a hope. The human imagination, when disciplined, becomes the divine creator within you. It does not distinguish between a memory of something physically experienced and a memory deliberately implanted through feeling. When you give yourself fully to the experience of already having the thing, the subconscious accepts it, and the law of being demands its reflection in your outer world. Tonight, before you sleep, I want you to perform a simple yet profound act. Do not tell yourself you are going to win the lottery. Do not imagine the draw happening in the future. Instead, move yourself mentally beyond that event into the scene that follows it. Perhaps you are holding the check in your hand. You can feel its smooth paper, smell the faint ink, see your name written across it in bold print. Or perhaps you are sitting at your kitchen table, tears of gratitude streaming down your face as you whisper, "I can't believe it, it's mine." Hear the sound of your own voice. Feel the tremor in your body, the warmth in your chest. Make the scene so alive that when you open your eyes, you have to remind yourself it has not yet happened in the physical. But here lies the true key. This is where most fail, and where Neville's hidden teaching becomes clear. You must not treat this as a rehearsal or a test. You must not approach it with the attitude of "let's see if this works." The moment you do, you have confessed that it is not real to you, and what is not real to you within cannot be made real without. You must enter the scene and stay there until you feel its reality sink deep into you, until you know, without effort, without strain, that it is done. You might wonder why Neville did not speak of the lottery more directly. Understand this. His mission was not to make men gamblers, but to awaken them to their creative power. Yet he knew, and occasionally whispered, that this same power can produce anything, even something the world calls chance. Those who understood his teaching deeply enough could apply it to the lottery, and some did quietly. The formula, as you now hear it, is not about numbers, tickets, or draws. It is about identity. Identity is the secret. You must stop being the person who hopes, prays, or tries to win. You must become the person for whom winning was inevitable, because it already happened. Feel that identity in your bones. See the world through its eyes. Walk differently, speak differently, think differently, not because you are pretending, but because you have assumed the only reality that matters. When you buy the ticket, do it as a simple step in a story that is already written. You are not hoping the draw will favor you. You are simply watching the scene unfold toward the end you already inhabit. This formula works because consciousness is the only reality. Your outer world is not pushing things upon you. It is receiving instructions from you. Every thought, every assumption, every feeling sends out a pattern, and life faithfully mirrors it. Most men live in a state of wanting, and so they experience more wanting. The few who live in the state of having receive more having. This is why you see people who seem lucky again and again. It is not luck, but a sustained inner state. So tonight, when you lie down, close your eyes and forget the world as it is. Let the noise of doubt and the clamor of reason fade away. Sink into the feeling of having already received your prize. Let it be so real that your heart races, your breath deepens, and your lips curl into an involuntary smile. Do not cut the scene short. Do not rush. Let it carry you into sleep, for in that drowsy, receptive state, the seed is planted most deeply. When you wake, carry the residue of that feeling into your day. Do not contradict it with idle talk of if and maybe. Speak, act, and think as the one who has already arrived. You may wonder how quickly this will work. I tell you, the law does not operate in time as you know it. It moves in proportion to your acceptance. Some will see results in days, others in weeks, but all who persist will find themselves meeting their own creation. If doubt arises, and it will, do not fight it, simply return to your scene, replace the wandering thought with the vivid memory of your fulfilled desire. You are not creating something from nothing. You are selecting from the infinite possibilities that already exist. In imagination, all things are now. Think of it this way. The winning version of you already exists in the dimension of imagination. Your task is not to create him or her, but to move into that version and stay there until it becomes your natural dwelling place. Once you do, the outer world must match. This is the unbreakable law of consciousness. You are not at the mercy of chance, my friends. You are the master of it. And let me tell you something even more wondrous. The moment you accept yourself as the winner, life begins to rearrange itself in ways you cannot predict. Perhaps you meet someone who tells you of a new game. Perhaps you are moved to buy a ticket on a day you otherwise wouldn't. Perhaps the exact numbers that have been lingering in your mind for weeks suddenly feel irresistible. These are not coincidences. They are the movements of the bridge of incidents, the invisible path that carries you from your current state to your assumed one. Do not concern yourself with the how. This is the pitfall of the reasoning mind. The how is the domain of your deeper self, your I am, the God within you. It knows every route, every turn, every figure that must appear. Your only task is to dwell in the end, and the end will draw the means to itself. I have known people who, applying this very formula, won amounts that changed their lives forever. They did not strain, they did not chase, they did not beg. They assumed the end, they felt its truth, they lived in that identity. And the law responded. The same law will respond to you, for it is impersonal and unfailing. It does not favor the rich over the poor, the learned over the unlearned. It responds only to the assumption you hold with feeling. So, tonight, as you prepare for sleep, remember these steps, not as a mechanical routine, but as a sacred act. 1. Move beyond wanting into having. 2. Create a short, vivid scene that implies your wish is fulfilled. 3. Enter that scene with all your senses until it feels more real than the world you leave behind. 4. Drift into sleep in that feeling. And 5. Upon waking, carry yourself as the one who already received the gift. Do not share your scene with the doubting, for their disbelief will be your battle. Keep it sacred, keep it within, until the day it blooms in your hands. Then, if you wish, you may speak of it, not as a theory, but as a testimony. This, my friends, is the secret lottery formula Neville Goddard hinted at. It is not about the ticket. It is about you. You are the cause. You are the one who decides whether you stand in the cold of wanting or the warmth of having. If you will dare to believe, if you will dare to occupy the state of the winner tonight, the world must bow to your assumption. For consciousness, your own I am, is the only reality, and what you are conscious of being, you become. And now I leave you with this truth. You are not waiting for the lottery to favor you. You are the one who moves the hand that draws the numbers. You are not the servant of chance. You are the author of it. Assume your victory, feel it, live it, and let the world rearrange itself accordingly. The ticket is already yours, the prize already won. Go to sleep tonight not as one who hopes, but as one who remembers. And when you awaken, you will find the bridge to your miracle unfolding before your very eyes. So tonight, let us put aside the illusions of chance, the false gods of luck, and the weary struggle of trying. Let us stand in the only place of true power, within. The world will always mirror what we dare to assume, and the one who assumes with feeling, with conviction, with unwavering faith, cannot be denied. The numbers, the ticket, the draw, these are but props in the grand play of consciousness. The real winning is done in imagination. If you can see it, if you can feel it, if you can live it in the secret chambers of your mind until it becomes more real than the world outside, then you have already received it. The rest is only the unfolding of the scene you have chosen. Tonight, take the throne of your own inner kingdom. Claim your prize, not with words of hope, but with the quiet authority of one who knows. And as surely as day follows night, life will hand you the evidence. Remember this truth. There is no power outside of you. The law is unfailing. What you are conscious of being, you will become. Assume you have one, and the universe must bow to your assumption. This is the secret Neville knew. This is the formula you hold now. Use it tonight, and the world will call it luck. You will know it as law.